Hi everyone, this is all of the other useful shortcuts. Okay, there's going to be some in here. I put them in my order of usefulness. Okay, and there's lots in here. I've just included the ones that I know friends and colleagues, and I know that there'll be some people out there like, oh, there's one thing that's going to save the day. There's not a quiz that you have to remember them all, but just jot down the ones that seem useful to you. Let's get going. All right, first up is your left and right arrows. I use this a lot. It is like, say this, I'm trying to get this timing. Let's unmute it here and listen to it. I'm trying to do this flick home like this. Yeah, it's not quite right. So to do it, okay, I come in here, I zoom in, and I use my left and right arrows because you can see the time code here or here. It's jumping one frame at a time, left and right. And I can kind of start getting like, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to see where it is. And I'm going to say, just try and get it left and right. So that's kind of just before the click. Okay, so now I'm going to hit my W key, and same for this one here. I'm going to open it up and say, when does this start? There it is there. I'm going to hit my Q key and try and use that for my timing. This better-ish. Where it gets used quite a bit as well is, for some reason, whether you've got it on by default or you're holding Shift and snapping to the end, okay, of these tracks. Okay, you notice that the end of a clip, clip, it's black. You're like, well, why does it go there? You have to go one backwards. Okay, so you click on it and then you hit one frame backwards, and now I can be working on this. Whereas if I drag it to the end and I go into my, say, effects controls, and I want to play with my opacity, and I turn it on and I'm up and down, I'm like, ugh, why can't I see it? Okay, it's actually on that track, but go one frame back and it's a lot clearer. So that's the left and right arrow. Ooh, that's right, it gets better. If you hold down the Shift key and use the left and right arrow, it'll jump in, 5 frames forward or backwards. So you can kind of like get in close, kind of jump forward and backwards, left and right, and then let go of the Shift, okay, and it'll just go one frame at a time. If 5 frames for whatever reason is too much or too little, you can go into preferences and change things like that. So in preferences, playback, you can see there 5 frames. You might go 30 frames or 50 frames or whatever makes sense for your workflow and the kind of content that you're creating. All right, I'm happy with 5. Next shortcut. The next one is, I use this quite a bit. It's the relatives to the left and right, the brother and sister, the up and the down. Up and the down, can you see my timeline down here? It just jumps to the next significant part of my timeline where I've got edits. This is just really handy, just kind of up, down, to kind of get to the next bit rather than dragging the file around. All right, I'll mute that from now on. All right, next trick. The next one you know and love, but let's throw it in there. It's the tilde key. It's a little wavy key. Be on your keyboard somewhere. Everybody's keyboard's slightly different, but it looks like a little wave. Click on it. Wherever your mouse is hovering, it will make that screen nice and big. Great for timeline. I use it mostly for my project window. Okay, where I just want this to be kind of, get in amongst my files. You know what I mean? The other thing I do use it for is when I'm just watching a playback, okay, over this program monitor. Tap it once, turn it off. All right, this next one is, I've got this kind of like clip. Let's listen here. It's the wrong laptop. I've got another. So I kind of like edited a bit of applause in here in the final edit where I kind of like, I made a faux pas and I'm like, I used the wrong laptop for ages in this video. Didn't even have what I wanted on it. So I add this kind of applause. Now getting the applause timing right, you can drag it along, that's fine. But it's really handy to kind of just nudge it a little bit. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit and I'm going to play. 10 minutes, it's the wrong laptop. So it needs to be across a little bit, but instead of trying to drag it and it's snapping and all that sort of stuff, with it selected, hold the Command key down. That's on a Mac, and Control key on a PC. I've got it selected and just left and right arrows again. Just kind of nudges it one frame at a time. You can just get the timing right and you're like, here we go. Minutes, it's the wrong laptop. Not quite right. Shift K to double back. Didn't realize after waiting for 10 minutes, it's the wrong laptop. Nah. I'm talking to you like it's a bad edit. So Command, left and right arrow. Okay, just to get the timing right. And then again, Shift K. Didn't realize after waiting for 10 minutes, it's the wrong laptop. Nope, still along. So Command, left and right arrows, just probably somewhere about there. Shift K. Didn't realize after waiting for 10 minutes, it's the wrong laptop. Nope, still across. I'm not going to keep going with that, but you get the idea. I find it's really useful when audio is out of sync as well, and you don't have like a good track to audio or to automatically sync it up. You can just nudge things around. It works the exact same for graphics. Okay, you might have something on the timeline and the timing's not quite right. Let's dump the B-roll in there again. Instead of doing edits or dragging it, you can just nudge it. So hold down the command key and the left and right arrow. Another little tip is if you hold shift, it'll go in big chunks. Okay, so holding down just the command key, right arrow, one frame. Hold shift and command on a Mac, or shift and control on a PC, it goes in a bigger chunk. All right, next shortcut, please. Another handy shortcut is adjusting this kind of time code here. You can drag it left and right. You can hold shift and drag it to go fast. If you do that, I don't ever, but I know you can. What I end up doing is I get feedback quite a bit from my videos, from other stakeholders, and they say, like, at 1 minute and 10 seconds, there is a spelling mistake. That happens a lot. Or I kind of say something, so I need to go and edit it. So I know that when I click on it, I can say at like 1 minute and 10 seconds, and then you put in 00 for the frames, and it jumps to it. Cool, huh? Okay, let's go 30 seconds, 00 frames. Okay, it'll jump to that part. Okay, it gets even better. Instead of like clicking here and then going, 10 seconds, my microphone's in the way, 00, you can use a number keypad. Now I'll show you what I've got set up. Now a number keypad is the keypad to the right of lots of keyboards. Okay, not the numbers along the top, they don't work for this trick. So you need one on the right. So this is my setup. I don't have a number keypad because I've got a MacBook Pro. And so I bought this plug-in number keypad, and I use the shortcut enough that was worth buying. And when I say worth buying, like that thing there was about 10 bucks. It's not expensive. Don't get the Bluetooth one. That's my opinion, especially if you've got a Mac. It never connected properly. It wasn't worth it. It's in the junk drawer. So let's jump back into Premiere Pro. Now, while that hassle and drama and that really ugly cord across my desk, it's so that I can stop clicking on that and then typing in the code. I know, you're like, that doesn't seem like all that nice. So 1 minute, 2 seconds, I have to kind of get my mouse, click over here, take both hands off my keyboard and start typing. Whereas my number keypad, I don't have to click up here. That's it. I can just tap on my keyboard. So you can't see me tapping, but I'm just gonna go ready, steady, 1 second, 1 minute, 5 seconds, 00. Okay, it'll jump to there. And when I'm doing my kind of edits and fixes based on time codes, oh, I love it. So let's go to 5 seconds, 00, 1 minute, 20, 00. It's, yeah, you don't have to kind of change, move up here. I don't know. You might like it. Now that I explained it to you, it seems ridiculous. But hey, that's what I do. Let's get on to the next tip. All right, the next one, a nice simple one, is you can hold down the shift key and click any of these icons and it will do them all. Same with like muting. I do this mostly with muting. You want to mute all the tracks, hold shift, click one mute, and they all mute. Holding shift again and click them, they all come off. I've turned all the eyeballs off in here. I never do that, but you can. You can say sync lock them all. Anything, you want to lock them all, holding shift, clicking one of them, will do them all in one go. All right, we're getting into the dregs of the shortcuts of the ones that I see. There's a shortcut for everything. Okay, and we're going to cover a few more in the course, but I guess I wanted to find all the tasty ones and put them together for you, and like at least the ones I use occasionally. The last one in this little group is going to be the shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So hold shift and tap 1. Can you notice it's gone to my project? Watch the little blue bar around the outside. It's jumped to my project panel. 2, look at that. It's opened my source monitor. 3, it's gone to my timeline. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, you can jump through and pull them up. Now, why that's useful is that when you're in some sort of strange kind of thing, you're into the libraries and program window, I never change. And down here though, it's always on something wrong. Not wrong, but just like something else. And same with up here, you're on the source monitor and you want to be in effects controls. Okay, so these are the main ones, 1, 5, and 7. Those are the ones I remember. So shift 1, okay, opens up my project panel, no matter where I'm at. Shift 1, back open. Okay, shift 5 is my effects controls. So I've got something selected. I use that quite a lot and I'm always on something else. Okay, so shift 5 and 7 is the other one. 7 jumps to my effects panel where I'm looking for stuff. I don't use 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, but just decide on maybe the one that you use the most or the 2. For me, it's shift 1, 5, and 7 for the program panel, the effects controls, and the effects itself. Ooh, one last thing before we go, why not? If you're doing this kind of like folder structure like I am, where you've got lots of things and they're all kind of nested and using list view, what you can do is you can hold down the option key and click on any of these little chevrons and it will close them all up. Can you see? Tidy. hold it down again and click one of them, they all open up, even all the like subcategories. If you just want to like dive in there, hit your tilde key, okay, and see everything, hold the option key down, click one, nice and tidy. Option, I'm saying option on a Mac, and that's alt on a PC. Open all bins, close all bins. All right, that's it. We'll do a few more through the course where they're appropriate in the different sections, but hey, I hope you found it useful. There's going to be some in there. You're probably going to be a little bit overwhelmed too. So many shortcuts, but hey, we're in the advanced class. And again, only a few of these are going to apply to you that you think are like, oh man, that's the thing that I keep doing all the time. I'm glad I know it. Don't think you have to remember them all. I try to. I feel like it's a personal challenge as a Premiere Pro instructor, but hey, it's good sometimes just to know that they are there when you are working on a job that has quite a repetitive thing that you might be doing that might be new. All right, on to the next video.